Hi, it's Rob Charney, News 44 TV, and I'm here at Pollock Pines, California, where an officer-involved shooting took place last night. The gentleman by the name of Christopher Michael Shelton, 38, of Pollock Pines, was wounded and died here at the scene. You can see by looking at the vehicle over here that the back windshield is shot out and the passenger side windshield also has broken glass. And it's my understanding that the gentleman actually passed away right here on this particular grounds. I'm also being told that some of the other buildings in this area also have bullet holes. Evidence number 23, this is one of the bullet shots that actually hit one of the buildings over here. And then it's my understanding there are some more bullet shots over in this direction over here. And you can see that the police markers have taken place, and they're showing another bullet hole that hit in this direction here, and apparently also some were taken in that direction as well. We were able to find some witnesses to the shooting that took place last night, and your name is?
Adrian.
Adrian, and your?
Carlos.
Carlos. And
Francisco.
Francisco?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, can you explain to me a little bit what you heard last night, what took place?
We were sleeping, and we just heard, like, gunshots, and we just, all of us went on the floor and called 911, but they said that they already had
deputies at the scene
Yeah.
and stuff.
Deputies at the scene.
Yeah.
And you live in one of these homes over
Yeah.
here?
That one right there.
Space 21.
Okay. And where did the shooting actually take place?
Like,
It
right
was-
outside of Space
It was
21.
like right outside our house, and then the guy ran and they shot him.
Yeah.
The windows broken.
Windows in this car
3
shattered.
bullets went into our trailer.
Right?
Yes.
So you had some damage in your trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another white
Okay.
trailer also got shot twice, I
And that
think.
trailer right there got.
Shot once, and then one way down there got shot.
Here with one of the witnesses of the shooting that took place last night. The gentleman does not want his face on camera. However, why don't you tell me a little bit about what took place last night?
A gentleman just approached me and asked me if I'd watch his dog. He said the sheriffs were looking for him. Him and his wife had some problems. And so I told him I would, and he went back across the street to the bar. He seen a deputy come by. He gets to the middle of the street, points the gun at the deputy. The deputy backs up about 50 yards and waits for other officers to show up.
Okay, so the gentleman was standing in the roadway pointing a firearm at one of the law enforcement officer?
Yes.
Okay, and so that officer backed up and waited for backup to come?
Yes.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then they tried to talk to him for about a minute or two, and then he fled into the trailer park. They lost sight of him. He stayed within the first couple trailers. He pops out. The deputies are behind the trees. One deputy fires the beanbag.
Beanbag, okay.
And hits him in the leg, spins him, and it hurts him. He grabs his leg, and he said something to the fact, you sheriffs or whatever, and points the gun at him, and they just opened fire and shot him.
So when you said they, it was multiple deputies?
I would say probably about 5 or so.
So there were 5 deputies, and do you believe that they all opened fire at that time?
Yeah, everybody shot.
Everybody, so, okay, to protect themselves.
Right.
So-
The gun was pointed in their direction, and they got to protect themselves and each other. And if it was just pointed at one, they're going to have to protect each other. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
it was more or less a suicide.
Yeah, so you believe it was what's called suicide by cop?
Yes.
In a follow-up to the story we've been reporting you today about the officer-involved shooting in Pollock Pines, I'm going to read the press release from the Sheriff's Department. An El Dorado County man was killed in gunfire last night by an officer-involved shooting. The dead man was identified as Christopher Michael Shelton, 38, of Pollock Pines. The incident began when the El Dorado County Sheriff's Office Dispatch Center received a call about 9:30 p.m. on Wednesday from a resident in the 2900 block of Kimberly Lane in Pollock Pines. The caller said the man at the residence was threatening to shoot himself. Deputies immediately began to drive to the address, but before they could get there, the man left the home, according to the Sheriff's Department press release. After the search of the area, deputies found the man. He had a firearm and was standing in the 6000 block in the middle of Pony Express Trail, which is the main thoroughfare through Pollock Pines. During contact with the man, gunfire began. The Sheriff's Department did not release information on whether the man fired his weapon or not. The armed man was shot by at least one of the deputies and was pronounced dead at the scene. The incident is currently being investigated by the Sheriff's Coroner Investigative Team and a team of investigators working under the El Dorado County Sheriff's Department. This is Rob Charney for News 44 TV.